Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lovecraftian Video Game Retrospective and welcome to Answering Cthulhu, a platform on which you take the role of a young man who travels to Lovecraft's grave shortly after Lovecraft's death in 1944 to pay his condolences. But it does turn out that Lovecraft actually initiated the summoning of Cthulhu shortly before his death, and because this is a video game, it's now your job to stop that. The game is, as already mentioned, a platformer. It's a 2.5D platformer. The platforming is pretty straightforward. It's what you expect. You jump, you've got melee weapons, you have to get over obstacles. There's also some mild crafting / puzzling elements, but they aren't really all that common. For the most part, it's just straight platformer. The controls are for the most part good. Your character occasionally moves a little bit sluggish, but it's not really all that bad, and the combat takes a little while to get used to, but there aren't too many monsters, so it's not that big of a hassle. The levels are well designed. There are a couple of unique elements that don't really repeat, which is nice, and all the backgrounds and environments seem to be fairly unique, so every area you travel to has something new to offer and the game doesn't really get boring. The music is alright, it's nothing to write home about, but at the same time it's not bad either and it is fitting. The game has a mildly cartoonish look, which I do appreciate because I don't think this game would work all that well if it was all gritty and realistic, especially considering it is a platformer and not one focused on hyper-realistic physics. Unfortunately, this game only exists in form of a trial version and is only about 10 or 15 minutes long, depending on how good you are at combat and platforming, which is really a shame because the game looks very, very promising and I would like to see how the story ends, and I would like to actually play more of it, but unfortunately I'm not quite sure whether that's ever going to be finished. But the good news is that the game is free, so you can check it out, and considering how short it is, you don't really waste a whole lot of time getting through it. So yeah, that's my final verdict. The game does feature some Lovecraftian elements, obviously the summoning of Cthulhu, but as for the game itself, there's some Cthulhuid graphical elements, but it's mostly Lovecraftian through the story, which is told through cutscenes. But yeah, as I said before, the game is free, so I do recommend to check it out. I'm going to leave a link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. Take care and goodbye.